Hey everybody, Will Fix here. I wanted to share something with you, how my channel got monetized in 2 days. I started my channel off actually as a channel to post my Thanksgiving videos, birthdays, whatever for the family. And it was just a convenient way to send those to, family members, to send a YouTube link, because those files were so big, so I could upload them. And that was the purpose of me even having a channel. And so I had gotten interested into cryptocurrency, and had developed some ideas, not trying to have a channel, not trying to develop ideas to have something to say, not thinking that I wanted to do research all the time and create a channel, or even I really didn't even know what it took, because I never investigated how to start a channel. It wasn't in my field of vision at the time. I own bail bond companies in many counties in Tennessee, and I own a music store and a guitar shop. We make more money with the shop, building and altering guitars than the store does, and it does a pretty good business. And I had done investments, over the years, just messing with the stock markets and doing calls and puts and a little bit of futures kind of stuff. And I got involved in cryptocurrency, I don't know, maybe about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, before the big bull run. That was, well, at least 4 years ago. But I'd say 5 years ago. Anyway, when the bull run happened, just playing around with it, I made thousands of dollars, because it just, y'all know, it all shot to the moon. So that put it on my radar, and that was meme coins. So I started learning about utility coins, and I thought, wow, that seems really cool too. Maybe better, maybe not. Doesn't really matter. You can make money with both, and I don't care which way, to make money. So I got interested in cryptocurrencies. And a friend of mine at church, Chad Ballesteri, he had mentioned Ethereum and smart contracts, and he knew somewhat about it. I didn't know a thing about it. And so I started digging to learn, because I was like, wow, he's a very successful person, and I'm pretty successful, and he's doing even better than I am. So I listen to people. I like to listen to people that are doing well. So I started studying about different coins. I got interested in XRP just because of the news of XRP when you start looking into it. And so as fate would have it, I'm looking around on different channels, and I start watching videos from a person that wasn't familiar to me, but his name was familiar, because way back in the release of Medal Honor Allied Assault, I had found this guy. We call him Maximus. That was his game name. And back when the idea of gaming clans and all of that was new, they had called it joining the ladders when it was competition, and you would join the ladders and battle other clans. And Maximus he was General Maximus, and he had, gotten people in and created a clan that he named DPG. And I didn't care for the name. He was more into hip hop. I'm more into old school rock and roll, Van Halen, Aerosmith, Ozzy. I'm a guitar player, and I grew up on Van Halen, Rush, all that kind of stuff. And so nevertheless, we got to be very good friends. And then he had kept promoting me, and we had discovered people even around us. He lived in Phoenix, Arizona. I lived in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Still live close to Chattanooga. And Anyway, we built the clan, joined the ladders. We went real high up in the ladders. We were very good. We'd do actual strategy planning for the different maps and things like that, and got to be good friends. Then just over time, drifted apart. So I noticed this guy giving a video, presentation, and had a channel that his name was Maximus. He had that name. I thought, could that be the same guy? So anyway, I contacted him, and then it took a couple days. He finally responded, Will! ! And we reconnected. Well, I had some ideas. I naturally found his channel and was watching it, on YouTube. And I was telling him what I thought about different coins. And so he was like, maybe I'll have you on the show one day. And I thought, man, that might be really cool. So I thought, I'm going to put together what I'm thinking about, and then I'll send it to him. And then if it's of some kind of equality, he'll let me know and be like, hey, why don't we talk about that? So I did a video on XRP in my car, and I just started and just went for it just right off the top of my head, right? So I'm just shooting it out there. Now you can find it. I believe it's like XRP flip of the switch, $25,000. So I did that. I sent it that night. Didn't think anything about it. I honestly didn't know that my YouTube channel was something people could search. It was, for as far as I knew, it was where I was sticking my family stuff. Well, the next day I had like 9,000 views. It totally went viral. And so he's like, man, look at your channel. And then the next day, it went up to 15,000, and then all the hours. Then I had all these subscribers joining. So I hit all of the monetization benchmarks in 2 days. So I was just blown away. Well, I tried to push the channel off to him. I wasn't trying to have a channel. So I tried to tell everybody, hey, move over to this channel, and tried that for a week or two. And I would do videos and say, and we would stick them on Maximus Crypto. I'd stick it on his page, and I was trying to funnel people over there. Just a couple people went, but people weren't converting. And, I'm not saying that about me or anybody else. I just think people, they just didn't want to convert over to that channel. So he talked me into it. He said, why don't you just do a channel? And I thought, well, all right, I'll just start posting stuff. And then I got into it, it's kind of fun. And I've had several other videos go pretty good. And then it was within a few days, Zach Rector did a response to my video, which elevated it even again. And it's one of his best videos too. But him putting it on the show just shot it up again. I think it's at 48,000, 49,000 views today. And if I'm not mistaken, that was in October of 2023. So, I hadn't been doing this long. That's how I got monetized. And it's kind of given me a freedom. The channel started spontaneously. I have to say I didn't work real hard to get it monetized. So it's breathed some freedom, because a lot of people, it takes a year and a half to finally get the numbers to be monetized. And after you've vested yourself so deeply, you protect it, So I guess I'm a little more haphazard with it. But I just wanted to share with you the story. It's a very exciting story for me. It meant a lot to me. We've done some live shows together, and it's been wild. So if I was to instruct somebody how to get a channel monetized, of course, I would be coming from my particular opinion, which probably isn't worth a hill of beans, because anybody could say, hey, just get you a video that goes viral. That's how you get monetized. And that's more accidental than it was anything. It just happened. The grace of God Almighty, I just thank God. I'm like, well, thank you, Lord. That's pretty cool. You know, I got a channel, something really fun to do. I'm having a good time with it. The channel's built up over the years. But if I was to give advice, you know, I've noticed some videos doing better than others. You have to find the interest of the people. You have to find the interest of the people big time. So it needs to be topics that are something that you're familiar with and naturally excited about, if your face is going to be on there. The next thing is figuring out the way to do titles. You know, you're always going to be accused of different things. If you try to sell something, you're going to be a shiller. If you if you work hard to get, you know, something that's compelling for them to tap, then you're going to be presenting clickbait, you know. And I would say ignore the negativity. You just absolutely ignore it, because where 2 or 3 guys are sitting there and they don't like it, they feel tricked, you know, because you may have may state something in your title that you do cover, but it might look like it's saying one thing in the title and then be something else in the content. Then people start feeling tricked. So you got to play the fine balance there. You don't want it to be just pure clickbait where then, you know, the content has nothing to do with what you said. You certainly don't want to do that. But you do have to refine your words and pick them. You choose them very closely. You want to say as much as you can with as little. And the thumbnails, I've seen 2 different types of thumbnails work. If your heading or the title is compelling, then put the main substance in large letters on your thumbnail. If you have more to say, you know, and if it's too busy, they don't want to read a whole lot. I don't know why. I just know this is true. It's kind of like a sign when you're going down the freeway. Well, when you do ads like that, I've done those for my businesses before. You know, freeway signs. Anyway, you want to be able to read it at a glance. You want to be able for them to read it by, you know, you don't want them to have to follow and read. So you definitely want a thumbnail like that. And then there's a lot of apps that have different AI tools that will create a picture from your text. In other words, you can just tell it, I'd like to see a 1940s scene, machine gun rally. Look up my machine gun rally video, and the thumbnail is like a 1940s and the guy with a machine gun. And, you know, I sometimes go through TikTok and different announcements that are about a certain coin, and I'll just hit the headlines real fast and just cover that, and it saves people time. They don't have to click through and see what's going on, you know. So that seems to be something they like. You know, I do those, try to do those once a week, but I don't call it the same name. But anyway, that's how I got monetized. And these are just very minor points that I've given, but I did want to tell the story. So that's really all I got to say about that. And depending on the clicks, if this seems like an interest, you know, I can cover this interest a little bit more. But I just wanted to get that said and let you hear and maybe celebrate with me. You know, thankfully, I had a viral video. So that's how it happened for me. Like and subscribe. I hope you have a great day. Bye.